everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I am going to share you a very useful information, especially for the freshers. So, as being the freshers, you keep on thinking everything on your own because coming to the reality, the world is completely different. As being a fresher, I'll tell you what I expected and what is happening in the reality. There were a lot of shifts in MNCs and lot of different organizations. So I'll tell you what will be the shifts. So coming from morning 6 to evening 3, I guess, or 6:30 to or 3:30 it would be. And next would be like uh, from morning 8 you can calculate 9 hours, and then we will have morning 9 to 6 and 9:30 to 6:30, and then morning 11 to night 8 o'clock, and also after 11 and then afternoon 1 o'clock to night 10 o'clock, then afternoon 2 o'clock to night 11 o'clock, then evening 4 o'clock to night 1 a.m. Early morning 1 a.m. Next, evening 5 o'clock to early morning 2 a.m. So there would be lot of different shifts. As being the fresher, you are not aware of all these things. I'm not saying for all the freshers, there would be some of the people who are not aware of these things. So that is the reason I want to share all these things. So don't fix that there would be only 9:30 to 6:30 shift. You will be working in the daytime only, because I prepared that I will be only this 9:30 to 6:30 shift. So the life would be really great. But you know what hit real in reality? I was in the afternoon 12 to night 11 o'clock shift, and my friends were working in different shifts. So this is a reality coming to the shifts. This shift timings will completely depend on the client working hours. So based on their client location timings, you have the working hours in your base location. So for example, if you take Canada or US or Lexington, so it is different, right? That timing zone is CDT, and coming to India it's IST. So the time is completely different. So that is the thing happens in the shift timing hours. So based on the project and the client working hours, the shift timings it varies. And one more thing that I want you all to make sure: service based companies and product based companies. So you have to know the difference between these two companies. So before getting into any organization, please make sure that you are check whether you are entering into the service based or product based. I'll tell you examples also. For example, if you enter into the service based company, then you have to work on whatever the project they give you, and you have to learn those skills. If you go to the product based companies, you can learn the skills that you already have and you can grow. I'm not saying the service based companies are not are wrong. There in service based companies you can learn lot of technologies. It's a great opportunity to you to explore all the different technologies, and to work across different projects in different sectors, right? So this is what I have learned in my journey. So make sure that whether you want to join and prepare for service based or product based companies, and get to know which company is product based company and which company is the service based company. I'm saying that if you have skills in Java, Python, C, C++, you might get that projects also. I'm not saying that you will not completely get into that projects. Sometimes you will might go into some different projects where you have to learn different skills. Don't worry about learning. They will guide you in a correct way where you can learn all these things, because it completely depends on that organization requirements. So for example, it has lot of different projects in banking sector, then you will be allotted to those banking projects, and they will train you, they will guide you. It doesn't mean that if you are trained in Java during your graduation, and you should be allocated to the Java only. It is not the case in software industries. So based on their requirements, if you don't have that particular skill, they will train you, they will guide you how to learn and how to skill yourself on that particular technology, and then they will um, get you into that project. Don't worry about learning the skills, but it doesn't mean that you know only these particular skills and you will be working on those skills only. That is not the case in organizations in IT industry. Now, coming to the third one, that is technologies. So, coming to the technologies, we have a lot of different technologies that you are aware of being a graduate or pursuing student. Because being a graduate or still pursuing your studies, you know only some of the technologies like Python, C, C++, Java, Ruby, like that. Even when you are trying for the placement, you will undergo a lot of written assessment and coding exams. In that also, you will have options to clear the coding through only some of the programming languages, right? Like C, Java, Python, C++. But when you enter the software companies, it is not that case. And the second one is work from office and remote, that is completely work from home, and hybrid. These are the three things that we have. So for example, if you are going to join an organization and you have a circle of friends or seniors working in that organization and they are doing remotely or in hybrid mode, just don't fix mentally that you are also going to do it remotely or hybrid mode. Because for example, if you get into the organization and you might get some different projects which has only work from office option, then definitely you need to come to office 5 days a week, right? So that is what I want to suggest you. Don't fix on your own. Just don't blindly prepare mentally before getting into an organization, because you don't know which project you will be tagged to and how the working hours will be and how the working option will be. I mean, work from home or work from office or hybrid, it may varies on project. So that is what I want to tell you in this work from home and work from office and hybrid options. And one more major thing I want to make sure for you is, so while you are preparing for your placement, you will hear about the roles like graduate engineer trainee or trainee engineer, and analyst trainee or associate analyst, and sometimes only trainees or programming trainee. So the roles may vary. So just see these words. These are not defining any particular technology, because if you see graduate engineer trainee, it is not defining that you will work on particular skill. Okay, for example, if you take Java developer is a role where you will work on Java, okay, development side. So that will define that where you will work on. But being a fresher, when you go for these roles, it is not defining you that you will work on Java or whatever the skill that you have. The organization will give you the project based on their requirement. So if they have some different skills needed, then you have to learn those. So for example, if you get some different project, okay, that you don't have that skill, and you go to the management or leadership and ask them that you don't have that skill, you're not supposed to do that, because your role is graduate engineer trainee or programming trainee. They doesn't define that you're a Python developer or Python programmer, right, to work on only Python. And the one more last thing is trainings. So a lot of MNC companies or different organizations will give you trainings once you enter or join that organization. Depends on their requirements. So for example, if they hire some 100 employees, then they will segregate. If you're a fresher, I'm talking about fresher, they will segregate like 25, 25, 25, 25 based on their requirements, or 75, 25, like that. And based on their requirements, they will assign some skill to, like, one group. This skill should be trained, and one skill should be trained to this group. So they will segregate on based on their requirements, and they'll keep start training you once you join that organization. So, for example, if you have Java, C knowledge, it doesn't mean that when you join that company, they would not give you that technologies to train sometimes. And sometimes you might get those technologies only. We cannot determine, or we cannot guess which technology or tech stack you're going to get being a fresher when you join the organization. So this is what happens in trainings. It completely depends on the organization project requirements. I think I have shared at least some useful information for you, especially for the freshers. And thank you so much for watching this video. This is completely my personal experience that I have learned during my journey. So I think this might help some, at least some people who will watch this video. And if you have any queries, just let me know in the comment section so that I can reply to you back. And keep stay tuned to our channel, coming up with more lot of useful content. And thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.